What's up? It's your boy Julio Goldtoes. Keep it locked right here at the Hustletown Network.
The Hustletown Network. Putting it down for the Brown. From the West Coast to the Third Coast. An exclusive Hustletown Network interview with Jessica Jeanz.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to Hustletown Network. I'm your homegirl, Jessica Jeanz. You can catch me on the Late Night Hype weeknights here on 97.9 The Box. And my next guest, he's an entrepreneur. He's an entertainer. He was a DJ Khaled before there was a DJ Khaled. He is the plug, and he is none other than Goldtoes.
Hey, what's up, man? Thank you. What's happening?
All right, so you've got a lot going on, and a lot of people know or have worked with you before, and others don't really quite know who you are just because you're a lot behind the scenes.
Right.
So tell me how it all began. How did you get into this music scene?
Well, I started in 1996. Just like every hustler out there, I had a bunch of money, and I'm like, what am I gonna do? You know, I wanted to legitimize myself. Okay. I was gonna start a Starbucks, and didn't end up starting a Starbucks. I ended up getting talked into at a baptism to create some songs. Me and a friend of mine, Charles Kelly, who is now the manager of what's the guy, the comedian, Nick Cannon. He's Nick Cannon's manager now. Okay. He asked me to make some songs with him, and he had an artist by the name of San Quinn out of Fillmore, San Francisco. And he was like, you know what? You should invest your money into this rap game. This is where you can make some good money. I'm like, man, I'm about to do a coffee shop. He's like, man, you don't want to do no coffee shop. So he took me to the studio. We made a couple songs, and by the time I made my second song, learned how to pay for studio time, learned how to pay a producer, how to, everything you needed to do at that time to go to a studio. At that time, they had big reels.
Reel to reel.
You didn't have like all this easy stuff. You got to go get the reels, and and at the time, the artists that I came in there with, artists that I was listening to, I never knew how they made music, but when I made my second song, I already knew this was for me. I'm like, I came in like a.
So had you ever written or dabbled at any point with music at all?
I never wrote, or I can still to this day I can't write a rap. I don't know how to write. People got to write my raps for me. Okay. I recited. The very first person to write my rap was South Park Mexican with my biggest hit, Game Untold, Walk on Toes, that they play here in Texas.
When we walk on toes, and when we ride on flows. When we shine on gold. In the game, we leave it untold. When we walk on toes. And when we ride on foes. When we shine on gold. In the game, we leave it untold.
Yeah. So what was that feeling like when you first heard it on the radio and you were getting all this recognition going on with the song?
It felt good. Actually, SPM was like, man, you got a good voice. Like, man, you should, rap. I'm like, man, that's not my passion. My passion really is I like putting other people on, getting behind the artists. I'm not the guy that really likes to get on stage and, I like to get in the videos, but I ain't gonna get on stage and hop around and do all that. So, but I really didn't start rapping until like 10 years after I started my record label, Black and Brown Entertainment.
Okay.
When I started Thiz Latin Records, I actually started really rapping, and I had people write me an album, but I was doing it for fun, but actually during my fun, I had 5 songs on the radio.
Wow.
So I had more songs on the radio than probably all the artists that I put out.
Right.
And I don't know what that is, but it wasn't like my own song. I know how to put songs together. I pick out the beats. I pick out who I want on the hook. I pick out, if I hear you on the verse, or I take you off the verse, You're good or you're not good. I don't like it or I like it.
Right, that's why I said the DJ Khaled before there was a DJ Khaled. You was out there doing this stuff. So tell me about the Black and Brown label and how that came about and why that was important to have Black and Brown in unison.
Well, 1996 right now, that was a time in San Francisco. We didn't have a lot of Latino rappers at that time. The one rapper that we all know at that time was Baby Bash and JT from In Too Deep. But that's all we really had in the Bay Area. And, being that I was Latino and I was coming into the rap game, I wanted to put my people on. So I started looking for artists. I found Mousy. He was right off the block, which is 24th and Mission, is in San Francisco, is a neighborhood. I found him right off the block. He was straight out the penitentiary, and he had a hit song that he had wrote in his cell called Northside Soldier. And Northside Soldier, that thing leaked and hit the streets. It was already a hit. And from there, we had Louis Lope come out, Mr. Key, and a few other artists. And on that first 17 Reasons, wasn't a lot of Latin rappers, but the few that I did get on there,
right,
they shine like diamonds.
And that was still on the Black and Brown label.
That was on the Black and Brown. Black and Brown was created by, actually was an artist by the name of Juice, who's a good friend of mine. We were just sitting in the car driving down Highway 101. They came up with my name, Goldtoes. You know, my boy Ballhead Rick from Lakeview named me Goldtoes.
Yeah, let's hear that story.
Well, they named me Goldtoes because my 60, I had my Impala at the time.
Okay.
Which I actually bought when I was 17 as well. 17 just kind of, that number kind of has
a lot of meaning.
A lot of meaning in a lot of different ways. So we're driving in the car, and I had the gold rims on it, and he had made that song. We had drove the Impala to the studio that day, and he started off the song, dropped top SA on them Goldtoes Julio, and ever since then it just stuck with me. So I kept that moniker, and as we were making the album, I was you had to think of a record label. Now I got to think of a record label. What's it gonna be? And Juice was like, man, he goes, you know what, Julio, I'm gonna give you an idea, something that I was gonna do, but I want to give it to you because it just matches what you're doing. He goes, you should do Black and Brown Entertainment. And I remember looking at him like, Black and Brown, because I grew up all blacks, black neighborhood, all everything. So I was like, all right. I said, you know what, that's it, Black and Brown.